Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, the Altcoin show coming at you today. And fast and furious, it's going to be a great show today. Wherever you're tuning in from around the world, thanks for watching. You know what to do. If you've been watching a while, smash that like. This helps get this content out to more people. Love the comments and the questions. And earlier today, a little small segment of my show there, I answered one of the comments, one of the questions about that. You'll have to check out the show. Check out the show from a couple of hours ago. Anyway, if you haven't seen that already, my daily crypto show. This is an altcoin show just for altcoins, and love those questions, love those comments. Keep them coming. And of course, there are a lot of links in the description below. My cheat sheet is the main one because my cheat sheet has all the rest of the links. I still put all the links in the description, but if you get my cheat sheet, which is right at the top, I put all the links actually inside the cheat sheet. You get all of that. And of course, if you haven't signed up for the Discord, that link is in the cheat sheet and below in the description. I gave the Blub trade on that Discord. Some of you got it. And I got it a little bit earlier, and I'm up 800% on that original Blub buy. And so if you're in the Discord and I put those in there, you can catch those when I post them there. And so 800% gainer already on Blub, and I think it's just the beginning for that. All right, we're going to jump into some of the news events. I don't have a lot for altcoins today, surprisingly enough, but Blub smashed 30 million in market cap. Next stop is 50 million. That's probably where I'll take my next round of profits. The number one meme coin on the Sui neck has done nearly 3.9 million liquidity in just 2 months. Join the phenomena of $1 billion is just around the corner. Look, if this gets to 1 billion, everybody that caught this trade with me or a little bit after me is going to be in some incredible profit there. So let's see what shakes out. And the Blub giveaway is closed. And so I am going through picking out all of the entries. They will be voted upon, and then I will announce a winner soon on the channel, not today. So you'll need to be watching each day, and I will look to announce that for Monday next week. So I have my stock show on Sunday. I'll look to announce that either on Friday or Saturday, by Monday. So by Monday next week, that will be announced there, a winner of the 1 billion tokens. And look, the value of that 1 billion tokens has been going up as we're doing this show. So when you do get it, it's going to be worth a lot more than what it was when we announced this giveaway. And thank you, the team over at Blub, who has kindly going to send that to one lucky winner there. And no, I am not in any way endorsed or sponsored or get any benefit from this giveaway at all, just so you know. Okay. All right. So next on the list, Say. Actually, a lot of people have been, Say, what's going on with Say, and just Say's just quietly building. The TVL is soaring, but the price was dipping. This divergence often signals an upcoming price surge. Add Say to your watch list and stay ahead of the curve. You just have to look at the buy prices on my cheat sheet. If you bought those prices and then take the sell prices, I did sell out of my sale hold position. Remember, I have multiple portfolios. If you've seen my life-changing gain series in my cheat sheet, free education series, the links are all there. I show how I have a hold, a swing or accumulate, and a day trade. And so I sold my hold position on Say, but I still have my swing trade positions open, and I still will day trade Say. So I'm still very bullish on Say. I just took that hold position. I saw an opportunity to push that over into Sui and Tau. I did that, and that turned out very, very good for that. Okay, so check out my cheat sheet for those levels there. Render also is taking the stage with some big updates, and I think that can be quite bullish for Render. Well, there is a Render trade, and I did identify it yesterday. I'm going to look at it again in the charts in a moment. Remember, I gave those Sui trades on the show. I gave the Tau trades on the show. I, in fact, prepared you for this trade many whole altcoin show week in advance. I was talking about Sui, Tau, their levels to get in on. And if you took those trades, Sui went up from 225 all the way up to 365. Tau went from 225 all the way up to 365. If you took that trade, I gave it to you, and I gave it to you over and over again from 225 all the way up to 265, 275. I gave that trade. Even at 285, I said, yes, still, let's jump in this trade. And I gave that to you. I handed it to you on a silver platter. And some of you took it and have made big gains on Bitenza Tau 365. I took some more profits while it was sleeping. It hit the sell order. And then obviously for Sui, I gave that trade back at around 70 or 80 cents. And I kept giving that until up around, I think what was the break at about, I can't remember what the break was, but then I gave it again and said, look, if it breaks 121, a key fib level, and retest that as support, jump in the trade there and ride it up. And if you took that, you could have ridden it up to $1.39. Again, I gave you multiple Sui trades. In fact, I've given you Sui trades from 41 cents all the way up to $1.39. Okay, so I'm going to be giving some trades at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. Render, I'm still bullish on Render. The Sol, are we going to see Solana pumped a little bit? Certainly breakpoint is in 2 days' time, or now it's 1 day's time. Expect a pump. And look, we haven't seen the usual pump into Solana breakpoint, so I'm just hoping that we get a little bit of a pump over the weekend. I will be definitely taking profits off the table in that pump and allocating it into other projects and other altcoins. I'll take it into stable coins, and I'll look at buying any Sui or Tau dip or a Casper dip as well. And so certainly I just want to keep accumulating Bitenza Tau. There's only 21 million ever going to be made available Bitenza Tau. I just want to keep accumulating that coin as much as I can. Okay. I forget about all these airdrops that are coming up, and I'm super bullish on some of these ones. I do think Ton Station could end up being, it's the fastest growing game store on Telegram. Do check that out there. Certainly that could end up being quite a good one. There's not long to go on that. I think it's certainly an opportunity to jump in. And now, of course, for Hamster Kombat, you can see that Catizen, which I think I've got some kind of airdrop. This is the one I've spent the least on. I don't really like the game, to be honest. I don't know. And Hamster Kombat, I don't know. Look, 7 cents, how many? But I don't know how many tokens we're all going to get. If this is, if it's going to list at about 7 cents, it could pump a fair bit. It could double that to 14, 20. We don't know. Certainly, I will be taking profit on that. Look, okay, let's jump into the charts here. And we're going to start with Arweave. And remember, yesterday I said if we lost this wick at about 16.22, I'd be exiting this swing trade here. But certainly we haven't. It is a bit of a, we want to see this, what do we want to see this come back above here? That's the wick there that you want to get above there for Arweave break above. Just you want to be able to set this little resistance here. Certainly for Arweave, it's accumulation, it's a buy. Certainly for some kind of day trade, a quick run at it, I'd want to see us break the 50-day moving average, retest the support, and then you could take a quick trade from there up to here, which is sitting a 200 EMA sitting around $25. So that's the trade I'm looking at getting in. If Arweave can break above 2070 around, and this is moving, by the way, so around that level, and then I'll take a quick trade up to here. If we can break above that, retest the support, I'll take another trade up to the $28 region, take some more profits there, and then I'll update the trade if we get to that point. But first of all, this is just accumulation. If you like Arweave project, just can accumulate more for your hodl bag here, as we should see some pretty good upside for Arweave Venture. I think they've got a conference coming up, so that could be quite bullish for Arweave. Now, Banana Gun, we were in a trade in the Discord, and I got stopped out of the trade on the news that there'd been some of the wallets had been drained. Someone had said that. I can't confirm this. I just got stopped out of the position, and I came on the stream. So I will look at updating maybe tomorrow or the next day when I find out more. It did really drop. It really drop here. See this big wick down, and that took out stop loss that we had. It's now back around that level. I'm not going to re-enter it until I can kind of discover a little bit more what happened there. But certainly I would want to see again, I want to see it push over the 50-day moving average retest. So ping back in around that 41.7. Want to get back in that trade again, it would be a break of the 50-day moving average retest, and then you look to take profit at around about $47 there, $47, $48 there to the trade, or you could even ride it all the way up to around $49 there for that swing trade there. But certainly keep an eye on that one, and that's certainly a trade that, again, once I investigate, I may look at I'll update that into Discord if I end up getting back into that trade. HNT is a perfect example. If you're like, oh, I need to jump into HNT, I'm going to roll some of my losses into HNT, you would have been in more loss. Okay, I don't buy big green pups. Okay, I buy pullbacks. And certainly the aggressive entries are okay for dollar cost averaging, but certainly I wouldn't have rolled any losing positions into HNT just simply for this reason. Look, we had a really big drop down there. And certainly if you picked up some around that 653, didn't quite hit my target down here at 620-ish, 625 or so. And certainly the 200 EMA is certainly down all the way at $5.60. For me, HNT is certainly an area that if you could have picked up some on the dip here, but certainly for me right now, I'm not. There's not an entry there for HNT for me on a swing or a day trade there, and certainly I already picked up some around the $7 level, so I'm not adding to it unless we get down a little bit further for HNT. Casper, I'm getting stuck a little bit here. Casper, certainly the trade that I gave was what? A break retest here on the 50-day moving average, a successful retest, off to the races. So if you got in this trade, I gave it yesterday. I gave it a few days ago, actually. It's around 16.5 cents it was at. You would be up fairly significantly on Casper. And so that was a trade that I gave. Certainly, if we're fortunate, we have got a little bit of a lower high here on the daily. Maybe we'll come back and retest that 50-day moving average. If we do, there might be another opportunity to get in on a successful retest, ride that up to 21 cents. Make sure you have a stop loss set just a little bit under here, maybe 16.3 cents. But obviously, it depends. This band is a moving band of EMAs. So you do have to be careful there. Certainly that can change. I'll update that tomorrow. But then, of course, if we do fall back down to the 200 EMA around 15 cents, it's a golden opportunity with a successful retest to jump in the trade, ride it back up there. So certainly there can be some swings and day trading around. But right now, is it an entry for HODL? Certainly the entry was there and here and here. Successful retest. You see you broke. And there's a successful retest of the 200 EMA. I don't know how many times I tell how golden this 200 EMA is for getting in your buys here. So certainly, if you're dollar cost averaging and just accumulating Casper, this isn't a bad price. If you believe it's going to go to $1, which I do believe it can go to $1 or $2, this isn't a bad place. But certainly, if you really wanted to wait to see if it can come back here, but the risk you have is if we break above this here and then retest 17.9. So I'd be looking that if we break above about 18 cents and retest 18 cents as support, then that could be a good place to jump in the trade. We're kind of in a little bit of a no man's land. There's some support there. There's some resistance here. So if it's me, I'm taking the trade where we retest this support and then off to the races up to 21 cents there. Okay, we have also Render. This was one that we're looking at here. This is really simple. We have broken over we can ride this trade all the way up, actually all the way up here to the 200 EMA on the day. This is good. Render's good value right now, up at $6.40. My word, that would be a great cracking trade from this level. Let's drop to the 4 hours so we can see this a little bit more clearly what's happened here. So what did I say? I said if we the trade is that if we broke the 50-day moving average here on the daily and a successful retest, we at about $5, so about $5.15. Now there is the 200 EMA on the 4 hour, and so it looks like we're doing a retest of it here. We've had a retest. It's pumped. It looks like it's testing again. So this is right now. You can enter this trade at $5.13. So Render $5.13 on this trade. And then obviously there is an order block there that we've come into So we'll see what happens there. That's why having a stop loss is very, very important for on the render charts. Where would we put that stop loss? Probably just under the a less aggressive stop loss would be under the 50-day moving average, or even below here at 50-day moving average there, or a little bit lower on the 200 EMA on the hourly. If we bring it down to the 15-minute chart, a more aggressive stop loss can be just at the bottom of these bands here at around just at the bottom of this band here at about $5.06. $5.07. So maybe around $5.05 would be your most aggressive stop, would be a more aggressive stop loss there on this one. But you can see we're fairly extended here. It just really depends if we hold this level on the 4 hour. Look at this. Can we hold this level here sitting around? So this is an entry now. And then let's see if we can, you might be able to take even a quick little scalp trade up here to around $5.25 to $5.33. You might be able to quickly scalp that up to there. But if you're swing trading it, you might want to ride it all the way up to the 200 EMA. So let's see if this holds. If it doesn't hold, there might be a re-entry here. You can get stopped out, and then a re-entry down here at the 50-day moving average at about the $5 level could be a re-entry for it there. And then if we lose that and retest, then you've got to be stopped out of those trades. But that's a now entry right now, and certainly just make sure you set a stop loss. We do have a little bit of a bullish, there's a little bit of a bullish formation there. We do have a low and we do have a high low, although we do have this, there is a lower low from here, but we still have this low here. So this would be the one you just, if you really wanted to jump in on a swing trade, certainly I would look at probably exiting my swing trade position here. But my day trade position, I would exit up a lot higher, be a lot less aggressive on that. Okay, so render, we have SUI, Solana, which is just, I did say Solana was a little bit of a buy. If we can break above here, a retest and off to the races. Certainly you could front run it and see if this is going to a retest here. So there would be an entry here right now at 138, and then you would just have to trust. You could do a little $3 scalp here. As long as you have a big enough position, you can make some money here. Otherwise, a more conservative is to break above the 50-day moving average, retest as support. Looking at the daily there for Solana, again, this just tends to be fireworks. And so we see what Bitcoin did when this happened. It exploded above. So that would be the trade. Actually, we're actually under the 200 EMA on the daily. This is a very bullish pattern here, right here. We have a low, it's a W formation. But it's a W formation with a low and then a higher low here. So this would be a great trade. So I would actually look to trade the 50-day moving average retest. So a break above 141, retest, and then jump in a trade on there. Obviously accumulating for HODL position. This is a good area. I'm not adding any more to my HODL position, but certainly I may jump in a trade here for Solana. And then SUI, we have, it got stopped at about 139. That was what I gave it yesterday. As soon as at 139, I said I took profit. I did take profit. There hasn't really been a pullback. If you're looking for an entry, certainly a conservative entry is down here around $1 at the 200 EMA on the daily. You could then, there is an entry here at the top of the ribbons at $1.22. I do have a buy order there, or the 4 hour, the 50-day moving average is a lot lower down. So I do feel that there is a pullback, but this is what you always see with altcoins. You could think, oh, it's going to pull back to here, but this could go up to here. And by the time it pulls back to this 200 EMA on the 4 hour, that could have risen all the way to here. So the entry isn't down here at 97 or so. It actually could end up being at about $1.11. So I'm keeping an eye on these moving averages. You can also go down to the shorter time frames and you can see these ribbons support 200 EMA. An aggressive entry would be down here at around $1.32, but certainly I'm not entering there. And then certainly you can see here about the $1.10 region here, the 200 EMA on the hour time frame is down around here at about that $1.10. So I don't mind the $1.22. I'll buy back some at $1.22, and I'll probably buy back a little bit more if we get down to $1.10. And then if we get down to that dollar region, I'll definitely be loading up a little bit more for Sui. And then we'll finish off with Tau here. Tau is absolutely just, holy moly, unstoppable trade. If you've got this trade, and certainly look at this. Again, you don't buy this, you sell into this. You sell into strength, you buy weakness. And so now what I'm looking for is to come back and retest this 200 EMA on the daily. I'm looking at about 335 to 340 to get back in. Maybe you might even see it only come back to about 360 there. Certainly, this trade just absolutely nuked there, and you can just see how bullish this is. But certainly we have, it could come back to here, but there is some support here around this area here. So I'm looking, for good value. The best value for me is just going to be around that 335 region. If it does come back to there, which I think we could get a retest here. Certainly coming back to that 365 level, which I took profit at, and now it's up even higher. But honestly, Tau could just go and go and go. The supply is limited. The tokenomics are awesome. The product is absolutely fantastic. I'm a big fan of Tau there. But I'll keep updated in the Discord with those trades. All right, we're going to wrap it up there. I did actually want to look at one other chart on here, which was the total 3. As you can see, the total 3, which is everything in the market but Bitcoin and minus Ethereum, it's certainly butting up. If we were to break above here and retest the support, we should now then start to take off into some really nice upside for the alts. And look, as you see this on many charts, a low, a higher low. This is a very bullish W formation here, pattern. And a break above, we are going to see, and look, obviously this we'd still need to break above 630 there on that one there. But also, if you look at others is removing the top 10, so you can see that it's really the top 10 that are doing a lot of the heavy lifting right now. But certainly, you can see we got a long way to go for some of those really all those coins outside the top 10. We really have some room to pump up there, the 200 EMA, hit that, retest, and again, we're off to the races there as well. And you can see the USDT dominance is going down, which means people are selling the USDT into altcoins. We break in below the 50-day moving average. There's the 200 EMA down there. So if we reject off there, then certainly we're going to come down a bit further, and we could see some more upside for Bitcoin and alts. And speaking of Bitcoin, the dominance is just absolutely firing. We're coming to the top here, and certainly I would love to see a little bit of relief and some of that money start to flow back into the altcoin market and have a real true altcoin run there as well. So keep an eye on those, and definitely keep an eye on these free airdrops. This is free money that's coming. Again, I don't have a huge expectation for Hamster. We'll see. Maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised, but certainly I do think out of some of these, we're going to hit a jackpot on here. And again, it's just all free money. We'll see what we get. All right, until the next episode, happy trading.